Welcome back to the show. It's so good to have you here. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited to have some good time with you in this video and announce some very exciting things that are coming for the month of March to this channel. So if you've been here a while or this is the very first video that you're seeing and the YouTube SEO fireflies have sent this out to the world and this is the first time you're seeing me, hello, it's so good to meet you. I'm Katie. I'm a real live human and I host this channel. We're going to dive into what this channel is about. Quite honestly, if you're new here, this is going to be a really important video to watch because this is really the unveiling of what we're going into, how this channel is changing or adjusting in a lot of ways, and also what to look forward to in March so that if this is a space that you want to be in, you know exactly what we're creating in the next several days into weeks. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited you're here. I'm so excited to be here. It's been a minute since we've done content that isn't like live streams. And the big announcement is coming a little bit later in this video, so hang out. Everything that we share right now is going to be so relevant and fun and juicy and from my heart to yours. So this is a critical time of the year. I don't know about you. Maybe you relate to this. Definitely let me know if you do. But I notice that around this time of year, my brain likes to switch into, oh my goodness, what have you actually accomplished? It's already March, right? So there's this way in which our brain can really trick us into thinking that we haven't accomplished anything. It can also invite us into look where we haven't created something. Although in general, my channel attracts a lot of people that are real overachievers. If you're not an overachiever and you're like, I want to be somebody who's really productive, who gets a lot of things done, who's really using my story in a way that's really inspiring and empowering for other people, this is a great channel to be in. I'm so glad you're here. But really what I notice a lot is this time of month, end of February into March, can be a real push out of scarcity and fear versus being able to lean in from a place of gratitude, contentment, love, peace, being able to come to this place being like, God, your timing is perfect. And I'm just grateful to get to participate, to respond, to create in this life, to be on your timeline in a way that is comforting and encouraging. So instead of being in this push from a place of frustration, we're going to push when it feels really exciting to push through the integrity of our commitment. So some of you just heard me say, we're going to do it when it feels good to do it. We're going to talk about that. There is a distinction between what I just said and what you may have heard, and I used to be that person. So let me give you a little bit of a context into me as a person. It will give you a really good idea if you want to stay, if you want to be here, if you want to watch content, if you want to be in our March spaces, or if this is just a really cool video that you're watching right now to kill some time and you're moving on. That's okay. So I used to be an incredible overachiever. I pushed and pushed and hustled and hustled and hustled. I worked really, really hard for the last 4 years in my business, trying to get it off the ground, getting it off the ground, and then getting scared and running to something else, crashing and burning, getting it built up, getting scared, crashing and burning. Did that 3 times. Quit my job, quit my own business, and everything above. Just constant, I'm almost there, and then I would quit. And I created a lot of work for myself because I had so many different avenues and networks that were happening at the same time. And I was really struggling to create any kind of consistency and in the constant highs and lows of my emotions, of my creativity, of my sense of productivity, because I kept hustle, grind, and then crash. And I went from that season of my life to really genuinely being burned out. A lot of you have heard plenty of stories like this, so you may be like, well, what's different about this? Well, here's the distinction. I went from grind, hustle, burnout to coming to this place that a lot of influencers, a lot of content creators, a lot of business owners in the current day are promoting big time. And I really played with, how do I just like stop hitting the gas? How do I create when I want to create? How do I create from this place that is ease and flow? How do I have fun, be joyful, enjoy my life? How do I just create from that space and feel really good when I go to bed at night? And so I spent a lot of time there, and those have been treasured moments in my life. But again, like many things that we do, we swing the pendulum from one end to the other. So instead of finding the beautiful balance in between, where is the gift? This is going to be really like a bonus time question for you. Where is the gift in the thing that you fear? Where is the gift in the thing that you're resisting? Where is the gift in the places that you want to be? Where is the gift in the places where you're headed? So I want you to think about that. Are you playing the devil's advocate in kind of a way? Are you actually asking, okay, that thing that I'm afraid to experience again? For me, it was burnout. Like burnout was literally chronic pain for 6 years. I'm 25 years old. Like think about that. For my entire adult life so far, except for the last several months, I was literally in debilitating pain to the point of being flat on my back in my bed for weeks on end because I was pushing myself so hard and then crashing and burning and not having any energy for anything, being miserable. My mood swings were insane. My sleep was terrible. Like literally doing that for my entire adulthood, thinking that that was the only route, that was the only way that I could operate around life, wondering what was happening. Some of you may have a very similar story. And if you do, I'm so excited to hear it. I want to hear your story. So please, please, please find me somewhere. Find me on Instagram, DM me, like find me in the comments, find me somewhere. I want to hear your story. But for me, I literally went from hustle, push, burnout, and then this level of like relaxed, but in resistance, in fear, in fight against the idea of coming back to burnout. So what we're going to dive into in March is really focusing on what is our come from? And is our come from this place of resistance to what we don't want? Are we being disciplined out of a fear of the consequences of not being disciplined? Are we relaxing and slowing down and hitting the brakes completely because we're so afraid of being in that boat again where we were completely burned out and experiencing burned out symptoms? Are we so afraid of being back where we were that we're not actually allowing ourselves to have the lessons that were there in that time? Listen to me, friends. Every time you're in resistance, you are closing the door to the lessons that could be in that experience. You may be doing it in the present right now. I'm in resistance. I'm pushing back. I'm like, no. Or you may have done it in the past and you're looking back and it's like double resistance, right? Because you're like having a resistance, a reaction to what you experienced resistance around in your past. That might be a little meta. But I want you to really get this from a place of, I want to think about where in my life have I experienced that kind of fear? Like I'm avoiding the thing that I don't want to have, thinking that that will create more of what it is that I want, right? So really ask yourself that question, like where in my life am I resisting, thinking that that's actually going to create more of what I want versus what I don't want. What I found over and over again, there's a reason that my life has been in so many cycles of grind, hustle, burnout to like, oh my goodness, like hitting the brakes, being afraid, and then coming to this place of neutrality where it's like, oh, I'm finally ready to learn the lesson. I'm finally ready to create a life that isn't just about fighting against the bad or fighting towards the good, but I'm actually looking at what are the lessons that God's trying to teach me that I'm in resistance to? How can I be in a place where I'm actually neutral? Like we're going to talk about what that means, but actually neutral, actually being in this place of I'm not going to beat myself up or beat other people up for the times in my life where I make the same mistakes. And I'm also not going to be so afraid of making those mistakes that I don't take risks, jump off the edge of the cliff, like really be brave and courageous and go after the vision that I want to create for the world, that I want to serve and give and contribute in the world. So for those of you who are really keen on having that balance of discipline and rigor and commitment, but you also really want to be able to enjoy and treasure and be present in your life, we are going to practice. We're going to talk about, we're going to lean into those distinctions in trainings in this month. We're going to be doing live streams here. We're going to be doing daily vlogs again for the month of March. And in every single one of these pieces of content, I am committed to always giving you a next step. That is not from a place of Katie's obsessed with selling. If you see it that way, that is A-okay. This may not be the space for you, or it may be an opportunity for you to actually look at, ooh, got it. Where am I in this conversation of, ooh, that feels yucky, right? It's actually like looking underneath, what are you making that mean? But I am committed to always having a next step available for you. So at any point during the journey in the next month, if you're here in this space, you have free next steps, you have paid next steps, you have low ticket, high ticket, mid ticket. You have different opportunities that are going to meet you where you're at in this next month in a way that really serves you and has you be in this place of, I can be disciplined, I can be rigorous, I can be brave, I can go after, losing that weight, or, practicing that hobby in a way that I have never done before, going into my business in a way that is intentional and intense, and also be able to have habits and routines and creativity that keeps that fuel alive, keeps that flame going from a place that is consistent, sustainable, and holistic. And those three things are things that I like treasure, right? Consistent, sustainable, holistic. How do we actually create from a place that is holistic? In other words, I'm not sacrificing one element of my life, like my family, my relationships, for the other just because I'm going after this goal, right? There's that level of that balance, right? That's actually holistic in the sense of like it can carry itself on forward organically. And then how can I actually be in that level of sustainability where that through line of creativity and energy and sleep and all of the good things that we get to have in our life, that I can actually sustain that through a long period of time? And then consistency. How does all of this, all of these beautiful, amazing things that we're learning, how can I actually be in the consistency of those things? How can I be in this consistent relationship with my creativity? How can I be in this consistent relationship with my people and my communities and my business and the places that I want to be? So that is what we've got coming up here in March. It's going to look something like this. We're going to have daily vlogs. Oh my goodness. I'm so excited to do daily vlogs for you guys again. You guys love them. Like, love them in a way where, like, even if you follow me on Instagram and you see my stories every day, you're like, no, it's not the same. There's something that you guys love about the vlogs, and I'm excited to bring them back because I love them too. They're a labor of love. They're work, and yet I love doing them. So we're going to be doing daily vlogs. You can actually watch some of my past daily vlogs from like forever ago. I used to do them. I think I did them for like a month or a month and a half, like straight every single day. So definitely go check them out because they're absolutely awesome. And then we're going to be doing some live streams, one at least every week. And there will always be invitations for you to jump into my community, Woke Up Fabulous, for you to jump into different things that I will create custom for you guys and meet you where you're at different tiers. But really the momentum, what we're creating, what we're building here is a community of people who want to serve from sustainability, who want to actually create and be creative from a place that is inspiring, from a whole place, not from a place of I need something from you, I need to be validated, I need to be liked, I need to be seen, but actually being able to create the habits and routines in your life so that you feel that, and then being in that generosity and contribution to other people in a way that is incredibly inspiring and influential for those people. We're going to be talking about storytelling, right? We're going to be talking about branding. We're going to be talking about routines and habits, morning, evening, in between. We're going to be talking about the personal development side. We're going to be talking about the biblical side. We're going to be, and I say sides, but like they're all interconnected. We're going to talk about the discipline versus the ebb and flow, especially as a woman. That balance between really being committed and having that discipline, that consistency, and also being able to interchange and be in that flow and in that spontaneity as well at the same time. I'm going to be in this challenge with you guys. Like, there's personal things that I have that I really want to work on in the month of March, and I'm excited to get to co-create this with all of you on this channel. I thought this was a beautiful, beautiful, amazing place to take this. Many of you have been here for the last 4 years, and you have been so encouraging to me, so inspiring. I love you all so much. Some of you came from like a laptop review where you thought this was like a gamer's channel potentially, and you were like, subscribe, this cute little chick. And then I was like, well, I'm talking about habits and routines. Sorry. So some of you, you know who I'm talking about. You know who I'm talking about. I'm so, so excited to bring this to you absolutely free on this channel. Like, it's such a gift that I can give something to you guys in this way, and it's going to be an incredible month of March. And we're not even in March, and we're already going to be building momentum. So get ready. And if you want to continue to watch on this channel, there is a video right here on somewhere on my screen, probably right here. There is a video right here on the screen, and you can watch this video as the next piece of content because I highly recommend it, and it flows beautifully into what we're talking about right now. All right. I can't wait to see you on the next video.